Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode for No Takes Barred podcast. I am Ryan. This is Grant.
Hi.
Bro, shut up, dog.
I'm Grant. That's Ryan. We met in a foods class. Actually, we met I kind of knew you a
I,
little bit.
I, I knew you a little bit too, because you
We
have
met
your
in a
dad's
foods
skin.
class basically, and we argue over shitty music. In retrospect, me and Ryan this Friday or Friday evening, we listened to
The
Lotus.
greatest album of all time, The
It's
Carter
not the
6
greatest
by
album of all
Lil
time.
Wayne.
We listened to the Carter 7 or Carter 6. Don't make
The
a Carter
Carter
7, Lil Wayne. I will cry. We absolutely loved it. It was great.
10
Gave it
out
a
of
10 out of
10.
10. Greatest album of all
Yeah.
time. If the Peanuts, I forgot how good that song
Peanuts
was.
to an Elephant.
Peanuts to an
Yeah.
Elephant is the greatest song of all time. But then later that night, we listened to Lotus by Lil Simz, and that's what this video is going to be about. Um, as of recording today, it is Kanye West's birthday. That's just a random fact.
It
that
is? I didn't even know
it
this.
actually is Kanye West's birthday today, and Kids See Ghosts dropped 7 years ago today. Also,
Oh, I love Kissy.
I
Okay.
don't, but it's okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Um, yeah, so I think we're gonna start off how we're gonna run things is we're gonna go track by track through the albums that we review, give our own score for each song, what we like, what
We're
we
gonna do
didn't like.
1 out of 10, and then we'll add it. I'll total it up, and then we'll divide it, and then we'll make a collective score on it. And moving forward with albums, we'll give them rankings. So no matter what, this is the best album we've both listened to collectively.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, we'll eventually
And
do
it's
more
not that
albums.
hard to be a better album than the Carter 6,
There,
but
well, we if you want to make a video of the Carter 6, then it's gonna be like a 2 minute video of us just talking the absolute.
about how
It's just gonna be
terrible it is.
awful. Uh,
It would be funny. It would be fun.
it would be horrible. But then after like that, I mean, we're really not going off a script. What the what? We're not really going off the script. We're kind of just going into this like raw. I don't know, but
We're raw dogging it.
Alright,
I'm just
we're-
gonna be honest.
we are definitely raw dogs.
I got like some note written that no.
You have 700 words written down on something like this was an essay. This is. I wrote. I'm not even joking. Literally, like 4 words on each thing, and I was just gonna go along with it. I'm just gonna be sitting in the background, like, yeah, I agree with that, or I'm just not gonna agree with it. But I was thinking, like, after we give our takes, then we can do our top 5 songs on the album, then do our worst song ish. If you want to do that, I'm
Yeah.
cool with that. But
Yeah. So I think starting it off, Lotus has 13 tracks, starting with Thief. Thief is just solo. It's just with Lil Simz no features. You can see a lot of the different themes being set up in the album. Obviously, like stealing feelings like a thief. You have it's very brash on the hook and stuff, but when it's just Lil Sims rapping, very low key. I think it works really well together. Obviously, I think it works in setting up what you're gonna get from the rest of the album. So yeah, what about you?
uh, man, you went so in depth of this album, and I think I wrote like a total of, I don't know, 10 words on each of my notes. I'm not even like I literally told you before I started this. One of the things it just says Sampha, and I gave it a certain score. I'm not gonna say what it was, but you can tell which one's smart, which one's dumb. I'm the dumb one in this situation. I'll learn from this. I'll actually write stuff, but I agree. I think it's just a very calm and chilling album, but that has like a certain story to it. I didn't really go into depth with like the story because I looked up
I
like
mean,
I always look up like what's the story of like this album, this album. I didn't really find anything of the story.
at least from my interpretation, the story it starts off where she's meeting somebody, really likes them, getting to know them.
Oh, okay. Um,
It's like hooked basically to them,
yeah.
and then the person's an abuser and so like kind of tears her down,
Oh,
and then but she's still super attached. So it's kind of fighting that throughout there, and at least starting with the album, she's getting to know the person and
I
that kind of stuff, and then the later part is where you get into the like her trying to get out of that relationship. So
I can tell why you like this album. This sounds like Igor.
yeah, dude. Number one Igor meat writer, by the way. I
Yeah,
just want to make
I'm
that
not
very
as much as
clear.
Igor Meatwriter.
I love
I
Igor's
don't.
meat.
I like Igor, but I will always go as a basic white girl answer forever. I understand why people like it so much, but it's a basic answer if you're gonna say like I know there's memes out there. It's like when you ask a Tyler fan, my favorite album's Igor, and it's not uh
Odd Future Tape
odd.
2.
No. It's not. It's not Wolf Garbage Truck. I'm Sarah. That was found on the dark web in 2006. Like I'm not that type of Tyler fan. I mean,
Yeah.
my favorite album's The Estate Sale, but we'll go into depth of Tyler and I don't know a future episode. Hopefully, if you want to do that, I'm
Oh yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
fine
yeah.
with that. But anyway, the Tyler stuff.
So
I
Thief, I personally, I think it's a 9. The more I listen to it, the more I enjoy it. I
I
think it contrasts really well.
gave it an eight.
What about you?
I gave it an
Gave
eight,
it.
and my notes from I said a very slow, mysterious beat that has a very mid and boring hook that brings the song down, and that's where
I
it just stops.
The hook is more interesting, but I don't know. It's your take.
Again, everyone has their own opinions. I'm not gonna like say anything on opinions. Like you might like Tron Cat as a song, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. I would question
You
you a little
might
bit.
relate to Sarah IRL, but I'm not going to. Actually, no, I am going to say something about that. You need help.
Um, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't mind.
think.
I don't mind the song. It isn't like a song I would like. You know how I mean? Like there's songs that are like are good. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah,
like.
but you're not going to listen to it daily.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
go
I
out
think
there and
there's
listen to
some.
like Beethoven or anything like that. Like he makes good music, but I'm not gonna sit on like a 12-hour flight to Australia and listen to Beethoven or anything like that. That's just not how I roll. Oh,
Okay.
that was a voice
Nope.
crack.
Okay. Next, the second track, Flood. This was the lead single for the album. When I first like heard this coming out, listened to it, I wasn't a big fan, and I mean, I think I do enjoy it a little bit more, but still, I think it's your songs off the album. At least a lot of Lil Sim's delivery gives similar vibes to sort of Saint Chroma, where it's a lot quieter, but there's a lot of passion behind her vocals. But I think the hook is kind of mid. I don't like it that much. Albangong Jayar, that's his name. He does the main hook, and it's fine. I think the second part of it with Moonchild, I think that's a little bit better part of the hook, but still, I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I think that's the main thing for me. What about you?
Uh, I didn't really like the song listening to it for the first time. I didn't think it was like the greatest song on the album. It's one of the weaker songs, and I re-listened to like a little bit of the songs. I didn't really like it. I as a little bass fan myself, play a little
Yeah.
bit of it. I personally think that bass line kind of carries the entire song. I don't like either of the features at
Oh, I
all.
agree. Yeah.
I think that bass line is incredible. If it wasn't for that bass line, it would be like a maybe a six or probably like a six. I give it a seven though.
Yeah, I
I
gave it a 7
yeah,
too.
I'm completely fine with that.
Okay, next, Young. Now, off first listen, we both disagreed with each other on
I
this.
love this song so
I think
much.
it's the worst song on the album. I'm just gonna be real.
No, no. This song is so silly. Let her talk about her tea and crumpets. Let her just talk. Let her talk.
Okay, that's the thing. She's just talking. She's not really saying much. Like I understand how it kind of fits in, to the story at least better, but like I still don't enjoy it. I feel like I'm not really getting anything
I
out of it. I think the flow is boring. I wish like the production isn't bad, but it's nothing insane.
but you like
I
Balloon.
think the hook is decent, but like there's nothing that I feel like super special about the song.
No,
You know,
I was having a little happy dance listening to it. I was having a great time. I love Young. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's definitely top five in my opinion. Uh,
that's crazy.
I don't know. I like the silliness it brings. I also say I like silly songs, but I don't like Balloon. So
Oh wait, wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know
Okay,
what
I
I
did.
mean by like I like silly songs, but I personally love this song a lot. It's dumb, it's silly. I recently listened to it. It's definitely one of my favorite songs. It's not my favorite song on the album, but
Yeah.
it is great. I gave it a 9.
I gave it a 5.
Alright.
Yeah, I still like it. It's like I
But
okay.
yeah, I was like, I'm having a great time. You're like, man, that was horrible. I was like, that's all you though. Again, opinions. I'm like, we're not gonna like try and convince y'all to like a certain album. Like, if you don't like, I don't know.
Listen to it for yourself. Don't copy other people's
Yeah,
opinions. Get it
like,
from your own. Like personally, how I get mine, I'll listen to an album, see how I enjoy it, and I'll look at what other people think and like why they think the way that they do. And like if I agree with their points, I might like be more biased towards that opinion or the other way, you know, if I think they made terrible points and they're stupid and dumb and rated it wrong, I might go
Anthony
against that.
Fantano
So
bad. I'm sorry, what happened?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Oh
Fantasy.
yeah, you gave that a 6. What's a 6?
Uh,
I'm sorry. 10 out of 10 song. There's like 10 out of 10 songs on there. Four. Four. I consider the first track, Devil in a New Dress. I would even go Monster. I've been bumping Monster. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Monster's great.
Monster has the Jay Z verse on it.
I don't care. I don't care. And Runaway and Devil in. I love all of My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
Okay,
It's great.
we're just like going around. Next song only. I love this song.
I re-listened to
Uh,
it. I gave it a little bit better. I understand why people would like this. I'm gonna recommend you Jungle. If you really like this song and really like the beat on it, you would love Jungle. I just wrote it sounds like a jungle song. Not like you're in like the rainforest or anything like that. It sounds like the band Jungle. I'm pretty sure they're also British. I wouldn't be shocked if they produced a little bit of the song. I didn't really like look into that. I
I
probably should
can
have.
check.
You please
Uh,
check.
Produced by Miles Clinton
I
James.
don't know who's the people of Jungle, but you would love Jungle. They made for y'all TikTok fans, they made a Back on 74. You might know it, you might not know it. I hope you would. It was a big trend on TikTok for a little while, but it's a very jungle type song, and the rapping is it's all right.
I enjoyed the rapping. I think the flow's really good on there. The hook is heavenly. That's my favorite part. Um, but outside of that, I think it gives similar vibes to Hey Ya, honestly, by Outkast.
I don't like
I
Hey
feel
Ya,
like
so
it's
that's probably a
oh
reason. I don't like
well,
that
I'm saying
song.
like similar in concept, I guess,
Yeah.
where it sounds very upbeat and stuff, but it has a lot of darker undertones in it, especially when going into the rest of the album, because she's talking about like how much she wants to be around this person, and, like how great they are and stuff like
Well,
that. And
that
obviously
sucks.
later on the album, what? What?
Nothing,
Huh?
nothing.
Huh?
Keep going.
That's crazy. Um, yeah, but like she talked about like being addicted to stuff like that.
I can never.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 7. One of the
A
weaker songs.
7 is
One of the weaker songs
insane.
in the albums.
I gave it a 10.
A 10.
I love this song.
Dang.
Honestly, outside of um a later song on the list, probably my second or third favorite. I
I
really like it.
probably know what that later song is.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
guessing that
guess.
feature artist is Sampha. But
Who's the
it's
Sampha guy? I don't know who
it's
you're
just a wild
talking about.
guess. That's not my favorite song on the album, but
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I gave it a 10. Let's keep going.
sure.
Uh, next you have Free. Uh, so for me, I think it has similar vibes to Only, where it sounds a bit more upbeat. It's similar, like topically to Lonely. Uh, like I think it can get a little annoying with the constant repetition of Free, but I do like the ending where it's, saying a bunch of different stuff like I want all my brothers to be free, and then it like keeps using free at the end of all of her bars. I think that's really creative, but still, I think it feels more like a weaker Only, in my opinion. What do you?
I love this song to death, and I at work I was like, I don't know, we got into like a little circle, like not like we don't do this all the time, but like we share and exchange music. I told everyone to listen to this album. Out of all the songs on this album, this is the one I can catch myself listening to more, and that's why I say it is my favorite song on the album. The more I listen
Yeah.
to it, the more I really like it. I love the ending of it where she has a flow that moves along with the beat, and she stops where
Free,
the free or whatever
free.
that part is. I really personally enjoy that.
I do enjoy
That
it.
part
That's
is
my favorite part
insane.
of the song.
And
Um,
it that all that regardless of the first half is very mid, and it's slow, and it doesn't get to the
I was gonna
point.
say mid.
I love this song. It is my favorite song on the album, definitely.
Yeah, I think, or yeah, I mean, you're either an only guy or a free girl. That's all I'm saying.
I guess I'm the
But
girl then.
yeah, have you seen your hair, bro?
I
You are
have
100%.
I got a little long
Okay.
lock of hair.
I gave it an 8.
I
What
gave it a
did you?
9.
That makes sense. Okay. Next, Peace. Uh, this one, I don't really enjoy that. I've got to find some peace of mind. I think that gets really annoying the further you go into the track. I don't like how it's constantly repeating. Um, but outside of that, I think the Simz bars, obviously, I feel like a lot of her lyrics are on point throughout the entire album. But especially on this song, I think it's really good, and I love the singing at the end. I don't know who did it, but it's great. What do you think?
Uh, I I kind of wrote kind of forgettable and wrote worse at it. I think I don't really remember any of this song, to be honest. I do remember the singing at the end of it, but I
I
I
don't like
I
that.
don't. I'm guessing I didn't really like it, and I it's really forgettable. But I do remember the singing at the end of it, and that does make up for everything. I just didn't really enjoy this song, in my opinion, and this is easily the worst song on the album, and that's just me though. You also say Young is horrible, so I don't know.
Wait, what did you end up getting?
I gave it a 6.
Okay, I gave it an 8. Because I really like the ending and like Lil Sim's lyrics are good. I just find the repetitive, like I've got to find some people
Yeah, that's
really
probably the
annoying.
reason why I was like,
But
I don't really like this
outside of
song.
that,
It's
I
not
do
the
enjoy it.
best.
Um, Next is Hollow. I don't know. The production is like
I just read
solid.
what I wrote and it says I feel like God just blessed me and that's it.
uh, like I think I, the production's more orchestral, which I think that works
It's
in
probably the reason
favor.
why I
I think
liked
the
it so
production
much. This I kind of cut
definitely.
into you. That's my bad. This album
You're good.
feels so much like the coloring book. I feel like you would really like the coloring book. And I
Yeah, I
know
need to listen.
you also like, what is it? What's the first song with Chance that I always clown on The Life of Pablo? And you always
Ultralight
say
beam.
he did great on it. Like you always
We
say,
don't
I
know
think
what you're
Chance did
like.
great. I think blah blah blah. You would love the coloring book because it has the same exact type of instrumental that feels like God is blessing me. Apparently, whatever crack I was smoking yesterday, but I love this song just for the instrumental, and I think that's
Wait,
the
and
reason why I like this song the most.
one thing I want to say something. If you are getting into Chance the Rapper, don't listen to Acid Rap or Coloring Book. Always listen to The Big Day
Yeah,
first.
listen to the
It's
Big Day
easily
and
his best album. It's
No,
like I don't even know how to explain
it
how great
goes
it is. So
right. Shut
I
up.
don't want to get into this because it's
If
the
you're gonna
rest of the
listen
video
to
could be
Tyler
talking
the
about how good
Creator,
it
you
is.
should listen to Goblin, then go straight in the Bastard. Don't listen to Igor. Don't listen to Chromacopia. Don't listen to the Estate Sale. Nothing. Just go straight into Goblin. That's what all Tyler the Creator songs sound like.
No, but with Hollow at least, I think like the delivery is fine. Like I don't know, it's decent. I understand she's talking about harder topics, so it might be hard to give a super aggressive delivery. But like it's like I don't know. I feel like sonically it doesn't sound as good as the rest of the album, but it still fits in topically. So that's what I think. What about you?
I
You
already
just
kind of
said it's
said my
heavenly.
points. I said it sounds like I'm gonna say it again. God is blessing me. I love it. I think it has a very similar vibe to the coloring book, and that's part of the reason why I like it so much. I think everything flows together pretty well. I'm not the type of person to listen to lyrics. I mean, I like Cardi, so I'm mainly here for,
Yeah,
I'm
you're.
mainly there for the beat. I don't really listen to lyrics. Yes, if the lyrics have like a good flow to it, then the song improves. It's the reason why I like Free so much. But I gave this song a solid 8 and moved on to the next song.
I gave it a 7.
Okay, that's fine.
Next, Lion. This one's so silly. I love the beat. It, I don't know how to explain it. The beat's not necessarily anything insane, but it just works perfectly. Lil Simz flow is amazing. This is the Aubin Jayar hook that I really like. I don't know how to say his name. I'm gonna keep mispronouncing it, but he did insane. This one, I really, or I think the hook is solid. I don't think it's like insane, but I think it's a lot better than Blood. So go with that. And yeah, what about you?
I just said the in my this notes thing is gonna start becoming a trend. I just said the end brings the song down. I do remember I didn't really enjoy the end because it has that repeating. This is the one with the repeating lines.
We don't care what
Yeah,
for what
I
they
personally
say. That's my superpower.
that just
I love
felt like
that. I
I'm
love
listening to the Carter again, where he's repeating the same lines about his roach being
that. He's
bright
like
and his
schizo
coke
ranting.
his roach is brighter, his coke is whiter, and it's the Carter Six. I'm having a great time. Uh, but
I actually enjoyed that
I
ending
liked the
because
bass
it's so
line.
steady.
I liked the rapping. I liked everything about it. If you are going into a album for bass lines, I say this is one of the better ones. I would also recommend you. Uh, I love I I Love Life, Thank You by Mac Miller. It's a mixtape he made back in 2013, I think. That has a lot of bass lines in it that I personally enjoy. The Miller's Family Reunion is, in my opinion, the best bass line themed song uh, of all time. But I do genuinely enjoy this song. The song a lot. I just don't like the ending
My
at
superpower.
all. I think it's so repetitive and really, really boring. And
Let
that's
him
the only
talk
song
his talk, Grant.
that's
Let him talk his
when
talk.
I want people to talk their talk, I want to hear tea and crumpets, and while they're playing the trumpets, like I don't care about talking about superpowers and whatever he's talking about. I like the points in that song where she's talking her talk. You can cut the rest of that part out. That makes the song not as great. But
So what did you end up?
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 9.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Next,
Yep.
there is enough. During this I didn't write too much. I enjoyed the uh, what's it called? The production. Like I really enjoyed the beat. Lil Sim's energy is great. I feel like that's one of the weaker points from the album. I feel like some tracks Lil Sim's doesn't bring a lot of energy, I guess, but this is definitely one of the more exceptional, or it's like an exception, or especially the latter half of the album. See a lot more intense emotions, I guess. Um, but yeah, I think he did a good job to Do you have anything?
This is horrible. I feel like an idiot not writing stuff down as much as you. Another silly beat, just a Brit talking her talk. It's a lot like Young. It's probably the reason why I enjoyed it a lot. It's not
Young was good.
as silly as Young, but it's silly. It's a Brit talking her talk. I have it added to the playlist. I did enjoy. Uh, I agree with you. Lil Simz doesn't bring a lot of everything, and I remember telling you this. I don't like how her songs build up and build up and build up, and then it goes back, and then builds up, builds up, builds up. It goes back, builds up, builds up, builds
Oh,
up,
it
go
doesn't have
back.
follow through.
I
Yeah.
just I want something else after that. I want more. I want more, Ryan. Give me more. But I didn't really enjoy this song. It's also on the playlist, and I'm pretty sure it's also on our collaborative playlist. I don't know though.
Yeah, I can.
It is, I think though. I don't know.
Um, yeah, it
I think like
is.
like
Okay.
the second half of the album is basically
There's a
all.
lot more of
Yeah.
that. Next.
Wait, we
Or
didn't.
wait, what did you
I
give
gave it an
it?
8.
I gave it an 8 too.
Okay.
Next one, I feel like this is where the album picks up, and the the rest of these songs are great. So next is Blood. I feel like it has I love the concept of the conversation between Little Sims and her brother. I feel like it gives a lot of similar vibe to Kendrick Lamar's Ride Together off of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Obviously,
I should
it's a
listen to
couple
that.
fighting on We Cry Together.
I should listen
But
to
I
the
love
clean
how
version. If you've never heard that
yeah,
song,
oh
gotta listen to
yeah,
the clean version.
please, it's hilarious. But I think the conversation is really cool. I love how they both go past especially with her brother. At least it goes into about drinking and how they've kind of stopped getting in touch anymore. Kind of, or he's not talking as much to his mom. That kind of and how their relationships have just been strained. I really about you.
Uh, I like the concept on this album. I consider this the second best song on the album. I don't consider you know how that's the best song on the album. It's like
Yeah,
Sing About Me I'm Dying, like blah blah blah, whatever. You know how it's the best song, but you wouldn't listen to it. I
yeah,
re-listened to it.
100%.
I didn't like it as much, but I like the story behind it. I like the conversation she's having. I like everything about it. It's just not my favorite song. I do really enjoy the song though. It's
I
has a good story. It has a good flow. I think how she transitions from conversation to a lyric to back and forth, back and forth. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great song.
I 100% agree. I don't have this on my playlist, but it is a song.
I gave it
I gave it a
uh
10.
I gave it a 9.
Okay, yeah. Okay, next title track off of the album
There's no
Lotus.
words. There's no words. There's no words. There's no words
The,
for how good this song is.
she's so Little Sims is so aggressive. It's like you can feel her pain with every bar. I think the beat constantly flows with the lyrics. It keeps building and building. I do wish she went a little further with the lyrics because the last 2 minutes are just the beat, but the
And that
beat is still
I
so
remember
good.
telling you
I don't think it takes
I
away
remember
that much.
telling you on Friday, I was like, please let there be a transition, please let there be a transition, and then it transitions, and then nothing, and I was so mad. But re-listening to it, I do not care.
So good.
I do not
It's
care how
just
good
so
it is.
good.
It is a perfect, absolute masterpiece of a song. It is, I love it to death. This
I know
song it is definitely the best song on the album. It's not my
I
favorite, though.
completely. Yeah, it's not my favorite either, but I think at the end we're both gonna go through what we think the best song is, or
Yeah.
do we want to do favorites?
I say favorites.
Yeah, okay. But still, this song is insane. I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 10.
Yeah. You really go. I mean, I would say listen to the song, but just listen to the entire album at that point.
This
Um,
I personally
it
see
is the
this
longest at
as
6 minutes,
a
though.
summer album. I see this as a very summer album. Yes, if you're not paying attention to lyrics, you just listen to the jazzy.
Oh
It's
yeah,
considered
if you're not
jazz rap.
thinking,
Like if you're just sitting in a car and you're going somewhere like the beach or something, like I could just catch myself listening to a little bit of this album. Uh, I the vibe it brings is so intriguing and has a very good flow, and every song has a meaning to it, and it goes along with the story. I love everything about it. This album is great.
okay, next, Lonely, second to last song. Honestly, while I don't think it's the best, I think it is the most in-depth song. It's going into her emotional state and how she feels about things. Um, Again, comparing it to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I feel like it's kind of her Mother I Sober, where it's a very laid back song. There's not necessarily as much going on sonically, but with what she's talking about, it's super deep expressive, and I think it works really well. And I have not confirmed this, but I'm like 99% sure at the end of the track you start hearing vocals from Sampha, which I think is really cool because the next song has a full
You
Sampha
Sampha
feature.
Glazer, shut up. We get it, bro.
Bro, I love this man, okay? But still, like, I think overall it's still an insanely good song. I would say it's probably the second best off of the
Okay,
album. It again, it's
you
not
okay,
my
okay,
favorite,
bro. Calm
but
down.
it's just an insane. It's such a good song.
You're giving
Okay,
this song
what do
like
you
a
think?
10 or a I
Yes, you already know it. It's fine. Just keep going.
you gave this song a 10. I gave it way lower. I personally don't care for this song. I have
What?
it added to my playlist because I like the vibes to it. You and a cat, like if I'm gonna listen to like a song and say I don't know, I'm gonna listen to Young. I don't think you understand how much I love Young. That song is great.
Yeah, you like Young
Yeah, I
Bane.
like Young and Free.
Yeah.
Free and Young is great. Uh, I don't know. I didn't really care for this song. I like the flow. I like the beat. It's another bass line type of song, so of course I'm gonna be a little simp for it. Uh, I like Sampha, but I don't like Sampha that much. Just because it's
He
at the
does have
end.
background vocals. It's not super like obvious, so it
It's a
kind of
good
makes.
song though. I didn't give it like a super low score. It's not like a 6 or a 7 or anything like that. But it's a good song. That I could
Give
vibe
it
to a
an
little bit. I didn't write much. I just wrote bass line, so I
You
don't
give
know.
it an 8 or
I gave it an
something?
8.
I give it a 10.
Just it's fine.
Super. Um, the last track, Blue, it's not as in depth as like a Lotus or a Lonely, but I think it's still amazing. It definitely closes really well, and obviously you get the Sampha feature, like the full Sampha feature, not the background vocal Sampha feature, which I mean you get that too, but still, it's like it's a perfect ending to the album. I really like the track. This is my favorite. I meet Ride Sampha just a little bit, not a lot. What do you think?
Um. Again, yeah. In my notes, I just wrote Sampha, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I love this song also. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really like the vocals from Sampha on the hook a little bit. It was okay.
heresy.
I wasn't enjoying it as much. And I'm not like a Sampha hater or anything like that. I really do enjoy Sampha. You can ask Ryan. I genuinely enjoyed what is it called? Lahai.
I
I did enjoy Lahai. I think I gave it like an 8 or something. I don't know. I enjoy all the songs on that album. It's great. I Only is like one of my favorite songs. I need more Sampha rapping though instead of him just singing. Um,
He doesn't really
I know he
rap.
doesn't
Like I mean, he
really.
has a little bit, but not.
I that's probably the reason why I like Only so much. Not the Only on this album, but
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
on
only on
Lahai.
Lahai.
Um, but I think the song is great. I agree with Ryan on it. I think it's a great closer for the album. Uh, I feel like I don't really want to say. I feel like the self-titled track should have been the ending to the album. That's just my opinion, though.
Oh, No, I think
I
you.
I don't
I
know.
feel like
I
you
feel
have
like
to
you would
have like
just
the peaks at the end of the album, but you don't want to completely end on a super somber note like that.
yeah.
So I kind of disagree with you there. But still, I gave it a 10. What
I gave
did
it a
you give it?
9.
Um, so I'm just gonna give my kind of overview. I really liked how personal the album was going into how Little Sims was dealing with her user and like how they slowly destroyed their life, that kind of stuff, but how she broke through that. I think the production did really well over the album. I mean, again, it's jazz. I think it's really good. I wouldn't say it's necessarily as exceptional as like a T-Pab or anything, or To Pimp a Butterfly, but still, I really enjoyed the production. Lyrically, it's again very solid. Um, I think that the first half of the album was good. I did enjoy it, but I think the second half did hard carry. As you can see, I gave the last four tracks all tens. Um, but still, I think it did a really good job of breaking down what Lil Sims was and is doing currently. So I would probably give the album a 9. Mainly, I feel like the weaker tracks do hold it back a little bit, but still, I wouldn't say there's any songs, just some like decent. What do you think?
I also really enjoy this album a lot. I like all the bass. I say it a lot. I like all the bass lines. I like all the heavenly chorus type of songs, and I think the flow, and I think how how some of the songs don't seem as like intense and more brash as like the other songs like a Young or I don't I it breaches out a little bit and it kind of goes to the silly and then it goes back and then it goes back to a little silly and then the ending it really pushes its way and gets its story across. I love this album a lot and is definitely easily without a doubt in my mind the best album of 2025 so far. Hopefully
Yeah, as
Jib's God
of
Does Ugly
recording
is
it, June
great.
8th.
But
Uh,
that's I gave this an 8.2 out of 10.
yeah.
So it's like
I,
it's a low 8 or it's
yeah.
a yeah.
Okay.
I totaled
Um,
up our scores
my score is
collectively.
actually looks a little bit lower. I did the math. I think I got like a 7.8 or something. I kind of disagree with that. I think
No, I
like
did our collective scores. It is an it is an 8.8 out of 10.
yeah, I think honestly that's fair. I think that's
So
fair.
it's a strong 8 in our our
Yeah,
white guy
in white girl
in white girl
terms.
terms. Our two least favorite songs is the seventh and sixth song with 14 out of 20. So it's like a 6 collectively. I don't know what the second and sixth song is, but that's
The
what it
second
says.
and okay, the second song is Flood and the sixth song is Peace.
So what do you hate more out of all those? I would probably go
Flood
Peace.
is my least favorite. Or sorry, Young is my least
No,
favorite, but out of
collective. This is just
Flood
a
and
collectively thing because it's a 14 out of 20 for both of us. I tallied up all of our scores together.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So those were the two songs that were tied. I think the reason why
Okay.
Young is it on there is because I gave it a 9
You're a meat writer.
and I
Uh,
meat righted that song a lot. But yeah. Uh
okay. I think I think for weakest song, obviously I said Young. What do you think is the worst song off the album?
is it Peace? Is that the sixth song? That's my least
Yeah.
favorite. I think it's not the
Yeah, I think
best
that
and
I can see it. Um I do enjoy it a bit more. Now, like, let's go through our top three favorite songs, not best,
top
our
3.
favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off. Do you want to go? We'll both say our third, talk about it, and then you say second, and say first.
Sure.
Um. Okay. So my third favorite, I would probably have to go this mainly because like it's just so good. I just really enjoy it. I don't know. There's nothing much to say. It's just a really good song. I feel like it's hard to define how great it is without actually listening to it, which I would 100% do. Yeah. What do you think? What is your third favorite?
My third favorite?
Yeah,
Just favorite or best?
favorite.
I gave Blue. That's probably my third favorite on the song. I know
Blue.
I know I talked a lot of
Smack.
smack about Blue. Uh,
It's so good.
I do like Blue, but the way you describe Blue, it's not that good. It's really good. It has very good points, and I like how it closes the album. But
Yeah.
definitely Blue out of all the songs is definitely my third favorite. I like the vocals, I like
Uh,
the rapping, I like the flow, I like everything about it. It's a great song. It's definitely third though.
okay. Next, second for me. I said this before. It's only. Yeah,
Yeah,
the hook is
no.
just it's so great.
You would love
I
Jungle.
love it.
I'm gonna recommend you. I say like I don't know whenever you're gonna listen to it. I would recommend you Volcano by Jungle. That's the one
Okay,
I own.
yeah, I
It's
can
great. I
pull
love
that
it.
up.
It's awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
Teetering between two, but I'm gonna go Young.
Okay.
Just because I think the other song is a little bit better, but definitely Young. I like the silliness. I like all of it. I think the flow is just it's very slow and has weird. It's just a weird song. It's talking about.
It's silly, but
I
I
don't know.
fucking
It's so silly. It's so silly, and I love it. I think it's one of the. I think it's definitely one of the best songs on the album, in my opinion. And I caught myself listening to it quite a bunch yesterday and today. Uh, but it's just a silly song of a Brit talking about. I don't even know what she's really
for
talking about.
tea and
Tea
crumpets,
and
as you
crumpets
said.
and fish and
I don't think she
chips.
talks about that at all.
She mentioned chicken and chips, so
Yeah. So okay. And then first one, I hinted
just say
this at the
Blue.
start. It's blue.
I already knew it
I
was.
love blue. I'm a Sampa meat writer, and again, he delivers. I don't think this. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I'll go free.
Free.
Free, yeah. It was between Young or Free for number one and number two, but I could catch myself listening to Free a lot more than Young.
Yeah.
The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, wow, this song it's perfect all the way around, and I would contemplate giving it a 10, but I think a 9 just because of how lacking the beginning of the song is. But that ending is it
Ending
almost
is
feels like who's the guy that carried that one song with Jelly Roll and Lil Wayne at the end of it?
Big
Big Sean.
Sean.
It
Who's the guy, bro? Big Sean actually really good.
it just felt like that, like how the beginning is very horrible. It's not horror. I love the beginning of Free, but
It's
that's
not. Don't compare it to
I'm
Shark.
not compa-
Free is so much
I'm
better
not
than
gonna compare
Shark.
it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You see me when I get.
All right.
Okay. I think that's the main thing. Yeah, we ended up with an 8.8. Really solid. Yeah. I think we're going to be trying to post content consistently. I mean, we'll see how that
I don't know
goes.
when the upload schedule is gonna be, but if you want to do a certain day, then we can. I
Yeah,
but
I think we'll figure it out. We're
I'm
going to try
not
to
even
focus on
joking to people listening. This was just a random idea that I brought up when I was hanging out at Ryan's house. I was like, "Do you want to start a podcast?" And he was like, "Sure." I was like, "All right." So, like a couple days later, or like a day later, we thought of a name, and it was horrible. I thought of the name Jacob, which is stupid because it's a
Yeah,
class.
Jacob's a terrible name.
It's a dude in our class.
Stick drift.
Stick Drift. We should have named our
Paper
podcast Stick
towel.
Drift. That would have been tough. That would hard. But Ryan said this name, and now we're here, and we're gonna see how long this podcast lasts. And if this blows up, then I don't know.
Mama, I'm dropping out of college.
Actually, gonna drop out of college if this blows up.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Okay. Well,
I think that's
y'all
about
have
it.
a good one, I guess.
I don't know what you want to do as the next episode, but we got to think of an upload schedule and move on with it. if you guys really do
Yeah,
enjoy this, we'll try and make it more frequent. But I had a great time
definitely.
talking about this album. This album's great.
Yeah, definitely. Highly recommend it. Um, yeah.
So, how do we end this?
You're the one editing,
Um,
Grant.
if you did enjoy this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Nah, if you
And hit that notification.
if you did enjoy the video, please consider following. Where it's literally just gonna be this for the majority of the episodes. I don't know if we're gonna do one episode if it's not Music Friday. We'll just do segments or something. If you want us to review another album that came out this year, uh,
Or any music,
or
not
yeah, any
just music
music,
that
yeah.
dropped this year, or any sort of recommendation stuff. I think we might be doing some games and stuff later on. Um, yeah.
But yeah, if you had a great time, I'm very happy for y'all. If you didn't, then womp womp. That
Boo-hoo.
sucks. That sucks for y'all. But yeah, follow, like, whatever, blah blah blah. My channel's in the at I don't know. It's in the description thing, not in the description, but like the channel more page. My channel's in the description. I don't know if you have a channel, Ryan, but I'll add it if you want it.
I don't talk about my old channel.
Okay,
I have
well,
everything
that
private on that.
there's Ryan's spiel. But yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
See ya.
Bye, y'all. I love ya.
I love you. Mwah.